Hello, I'm Janice Karen, Director of Policy, Technology, and Innovation at the Massachusetts Health Data Consortium, or MHDC. I run our Data Governance Collaborative, also known as the DGC. We start each of our weekly meetings with a series of industry quick updates to learn about new and proposed regulations, laws, standards, industry initiatives, and other activity. Join us for this week's updates. If you'll go to the next slide, please. So there is a 2025 Medicare Advantage proposed rule. And this rule covers technical and program changes that are proposed for that year. So not specifics in pricing or adjustments, but actual changes to the program requirements. Comments on this proposed rule are due January 5th because everything is due the first week of January. Some of the areas that it covers include a requirement to include health equity as a consideration in utilization management decisions, and having to do an annual review with reporting of health equity in prior authorization decision making. There are new network adequacy standards for behavioral health. You can read some of them, but there are additional data collection requirements for Part C and Part D plans, new electronic prescribing standards, new requirements for complaint resolution, expanded allowed use of encounters. That one I'm interested in learning about more, and some standardized Medicare Advantage risk adjustment data validation. So this is not everything that's in there. It's fairly lengthy, not read it in full yet, but you can find the full rule at the link. And anyone have any questions or thoughts there? All right, then moving on to the second one. HHS has put out a brief on strengthening primary care. So this brief, which has an accompanying article by various top-level HHS folks, like Mickey was one of the co-writers, Admiral Levine, folks who are at the top of agencies, basically, put out this article that goes along with it. And some of the things that they talk about are improving the payments and the types of services that can be paid via primary care and Medicare, some additional alternate payment models. They actually call out and talk about the Mass Health approval for primary care, value-based payments for primary care for ACOs. And they talk about some workforce enhancement and pipeline of practitioner improvements. And then they specifically call out maternal health care and behavioral health care. And they do also call out a little bit the interoperability and the development and use of US CDI for data exchange. So again, I've taken a look at this. It's interesting. I have not read every single word of both the article and the report, but most of it's sort of logical and self-explanatory and obvious things to do, but it's kind of nice to have it all collated together into one place. So anyone have any comments or thoughts or questions there?
Justin, I'm glad to see it because, among other things, traditional Medicare does not pay for an annual physical.
It doesn't? I didn't
It
know
does
that.
not. Yes.
Well, maybe it
Although,
will now.
right.
Um, Certainly one would hope it would now after putting this out. Any other thoughts or comments here? All right, well, if you go to the next slide and pause there for a moment. I hope you learned a lot from our quick updates. If you're interested in finding out more about the DGC and its other activities, email me at dgc@myhealthdata.org. That email address is also on your screen.